Good morning, you guys. It's Sunday morning. We are home from church because of the snow, and I wanted to make a quick video because something so phenomenal happened last night that I wanted to share it with you. This video will be fraught with interruptions. I apologize ahead for that. I will try to make it as quick as possible because of that. In fact, Vinny is going to be the worst. Worse than the 3-year-old children. Worse. He's going to be the worst. Okay. Last night, I was frying chicken, and as often happens, the phone rang, which I should by now know, do not answer the phone whenever you're cooking, because I always do something foolish and thoughtless and hurt myself. But I saw that it was Shannon Sela, and of course I had to answer the phone. And so as I'm frying chicken and talking to Shannon on the phone, I had my tongs, and I just wanted to see if the underside of the chicken was getting done, and so I lifted that up and I turned it in my hand. And I don't know if you're familiar with this kind of design of tongs, but they're the kind that you kind of see, that you often see at the restaurant. I'll go get a pair because it's hard to describe. Okay, I apologize. I should have had these kind. And on the inside, it's just like there's just this little groove. And when I turned that up, the grease that was boiling in the pan rode down that groove and just instantly burned my hand. Now, most of you know that I'm a Melaleuca customer, and I don't get on here and make Melaleuca videos, and there's lots of amazing things that I've experienced personally that Melaleuca has done, and I've never made videos about it, but this one warranted a video. Anybody who has been in my home knows that from my stove to my sink is about 2 steps, and I have this little planter in my window above my sink, and it's a little catch-all thing, and you just kind of throw the little pieces of whatever that you don't want to quite throw away in. But one thing that I always keep there is a tube of Melagel, and what that is it's Melaleuca oil that has been mixed with beeswax, so that whenever you apply it to your skin, a burn or an abrasion of some kind, the Melaleuca oil will not evaporate before it has the chance to really penetrate and do the good that it does. It's so amazingly healing. Amazingly, did I say that? Healing. So and you know, it's a little bit of a pricey kind of tube, and so typically you're just like putting the least amount that you need, but I took that thing and I just squirted it all over my hand because it just was so painful, and I knew that I needed to get that on as quickly as possible, and I was not worried about the price of the container at that time. So anyway, within a minute's time, the pain of that, now we are talking boiling oil, the pain was greatly reduced, and I was so thankful for that. But I was still looking at that hand and thinking, man, I mean, the palm of your right hand, you're a stay-at-home mom, your hands have to be in dishwater, you're scrubbing the floor or whatever. I just thought, what is this going to look like for the next 2 weeks? Because I just knew that I was in trouble. But as the night wore on, and after I put the Melagel on it, then I went to the bathroom where I had my Melaleuca oil, the actual bottle of the oil, and then I poured that on top of it and just kind of didn't let it touch anything, just was out of commission pretty much. As the night wore on, that started to greatly reduce, and I could honestly kick myself for not having made a video at that time, because you could still see very obviously where the burn was. But whenever I went to bed, I put another application of the oil on it, and this morning when I woke up, this is all of that burn that was left. I want to show you my hand. That right there, that is all that is left. And whenever I burned my hand, it was from there to a little bit past that place, and then there was a spot right down here, and I can feel it whenever I put my hand over it, a little bit of sensitivity, very, very slight, but you can't even see it. And that's all that was left. So all that to say If you do not have tea tree oil, or the melaleuca oil is tea tree oil, if you do not have that in your first aid kit, you need to get that in your first aid kit. I mean, I wish I had the before. I wish I had the before to show you. I literally wondered if it was going to be like 2nd degree burn on there, because the only cooling that it had to do was from the time that it dripped from the chicken down that little groove and onto my hand. I don't think it cooled it didn't feel like it had cooled very much through that little trip. It was very painful. I don't know if you've ever been burnt by oil. It is not fun. But I'm in commission, and I just thank the Lord that I'm a Melaleuca customer. If you have a brother, a sister, a friend that has been talking to you about Melaleuca, just sign up. Just sign up. You're never going to regret it. I've been a customer for 11 years, and I have never regretted it. And there are so many other things I could tell you about that company, but just on the oil, get some of that in your medicine cabinet, because that, like I said, I could literally kick myself for not having made a video last night. Whenever I saw how greatly reduced it was still very prominent. And but yeah, it just looks like I've got a callus right there is what it looks like. But anyway, okay, that's what I wanted to tell you. Get some melaleuca oil or tea tree oil in your medicine cabinet. You're gonna be so glad you did. All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.